Yes, expected victory for Germany, but probably a little bit more difficult than they thought it might be. Germany are through, of course, to the knockout stage at a fifth consecutive European Championship. They can win Group A when they play Switzerland on Sunday, and if they do, the hosts will face the runners-up from England's group in the last 16. Hungary remain pointless and must beat Scotland to have any realistic chance of progressing. 2-0, I thought Hungary did all right. They had a go. I mean, it's not going to be any good to them because obviously they're not going to get any points. But overall, I thought it was a good watch, good game. Yeah, and there were a couple of crucial moments for Hungary in the first half. The free kick opportunity in the second half, the header was the big one. If they get the header, that changes the feel in the game. But the minute the game went to 2-0, you just felt that Hungary were out of the game, and Germany then could just rest a few, bring in some squad players. So very comfortable in the end. He'll be happy, Alex.
I think just like how Frank said, that momentum when it could have gone 1-1, I think that's when Germany once again show their quality and class. Like, they're not even rattled, they stick to their game plan, and then they show that quality down the other end. And I think we saw a different side to them, knowing when to be patient in their build-up and then actually change that tempo and pick out the quality of their forward players with the passes.
I think Germany, strong so far, the strongest of the favourites. It's not easy just to run over Scotland 5-1, then win a clear win 2-0 against Hungary. I think that's very, very promising for Germany in this tournament. But they need to still race it because there'll be tough opponents along the way. But still, they deserve praise for what they've done so far.
See a glimmer of vulnerability about them, perhaps defensively, Frank? Yeah, possibly, and better teams will test them as they go along. But we were talking as it was going on, when you control a game and throw so many players offensively, like we talk about them having so many high players, there will always be an idea that you maybe will give something away, possibly counter-attack. And we haven't seen any teams control them for big moments in game, see how they defend. Yeah, bigger tests will come.
It will, most definitely. But I just think that's where you have the quality in front, like you, Kroos, sitting in front and knowing how to block out those passing lines. But they are yet to be really tested.
Let's start with the second goal, the one that clinched the game, really. Gundogan. I mean, he's a class act. We've seen him so many times. I love this goal for so many reasons. The first thing here is the base of three. All the German players in the last 20 metres. So squeezing again, we said. And then Toni Kroos, this look is why he's such a good player. Scanning, understanding, right, one touch into there. So a little link up there with Musiala. Great cutback, he's had his head up, awareness of where it is, and that area where Gundogan scores there it is, all in that bit. Gundogan's position around the penalty spot is so key for goals. So many goals are scored, and what happens here, the Hungary defence all drop off expecting that pass. But where he's so smart, I think he's been one of the best goal-scoring midfielders for the last 4 or 5 seasons. And that technique, don't have to hit through it, don't have to hit it too hard. The important thing is you keep over the ball, hit the corner, and that's class, absolute class in every way, that goal. Lampard-esque, dare I say. I would say. You can say it. I think I've added it up to 40 goals in the tournament so far. Only one player has got 2, and that's Musiala. So he's leading the chase for the Golden Boot. A little bit early, but I've gone there. But good finish again, wasn't it, Alex?
Great day for him, showing that standing. He got a standing ovation once again, the crowd appreciating his quality. And yes, he had to go searching in moments, but he's always wanting to get on the ball and he's in those areas. And just the quality he possesses and he's continuing to show it at this level is this exceptional.
No doubt about that. I think Gundogan was good, Kroos was good, but Musiala was outstanding, I think. Not only the goal, but also that we saw it before, the second assist. He had that big chance. He actually created himself by a good turn outside and then score. And these fans, they will be unbelievable happy. So we talked about the home side having the tournament giving it energy. It'll be massive.
That's just behind that Brandenburg gate there, isn't it? I wish they'd take that screen down, then we'd see all the punters. But if they took the screen down, they wouldn't be able to watch the game, would they?
Their heads. They wouldn't turn up for that.
No, definitely no one wants to see the back of your head these days, do they, Frank? That's for sure. Germany, do you think they're stronger favourites than perhaps we thought at the start of the tournament? Because, I mean, obviously they've had a kind of uplift in form, haven't they, kind of prior to the tournament, but having been almost written off as because they'd struggled so much in recent tournaments, particularly the World Cup.
I think what the interesting thing we've seen in both games as well from Julian Nagelsmann is his timing of substitutions. And I think the book, The Legacy, talking about the All Blacks, it's really interesting. They talk about different roles in players and actually finishers, knowing your role, that yes, you might not start, but you're coming on to either see a game out or impact it. And I think it's a long tournament, and the use of his subs at the moment have been so key.
He'll be happy, coach, when he Nagelsmann.
Very, very happy. And I think he found, so far, a very good balance in the team. And he got the key players to click. Musiala, Gundogan, Kroos. And that's the key to try to win this tournament.
And England need to win the group, don't they?
I didn't like that. When you just said that, if England come second and play Germany.
But last 16 in the last Euros, England played Germany, but that was at Wembley. It's slightly different. OK, Scotland against Switzerland is live in half an hour on BBC One after the news, or you can head to the iPlayer now for extended build-up. Germany are the first team through to the knockout stage. Was für eine Überraschung. The Germans do irony? Tactically, it's very interesting from both sides, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Germany hasn't surprised us to what we expected. I think Hungary, they are, in my opinion, we talked about Kroos before, a little bit more aware, try to close him down. But it's not easy because he's finding different positions. But Hungary, they deserve praise for what they have created so far.
Yeah, Musiala became the first player in the tournament to score 2 goals. The first 38 goals at the Euros are all scored by individuals, including a few own goals as well. And he's a talented lad.
Star boy, absolutely exceptional. And we're talking about Hungary being really compact. So then the Germans are kind of having to be patient and wait for those openings. And what they're so good at is finding those through balls and waiting for those moments. And like I said, the freedom that the top 3 have to come in and create play and play off each other allows certain moments like this. Yes, it's kind of a sloppy ball, but Musiala being in that right place and being able to finish, it really allows that. The freedom of the front 3 is just, it's great to watch that they have, that they know when to come in off the line, they can play off each other, and the quick combos are just absolutely everything.
I think Musiala, we see how quick he is anticipating the game. So the ball into Gundogan.
You think it's a foul? Do you think it's a foul, Thomas, or not? Not enough.
We talked about it. No, it's not
agree.
enough.
Yeah.
It's not enough. It's a fair goal. But again, they're so quick. But not only the glide with the ball, but the way he sees things so quickly means that he's first on the ball and finish it.
It was his first touch before that as well, when the ball's slightly under his feet. His ability to still get it out and just pick out that through ball in the end.
Yeah. We've not talked much about VAR in this tournament, which is delightful. I can only think of one kind of dodgy incident, was the handball, wasn't it? When the flick of the knuckle, which seemed a bit absurd. But that aside, it's really nice that they don't get involved that much. And even the decisions and the offside, and we saw one just before half-time, which we'll see later. It's quick. It's a lot quicker, isn't it?
Much quicker. Yeah. And don't ask me about VAR, speaking enough about it, so... Can you give me another question?
I can. I can. Musiala went close again, didn't he? That would have been his 3rd goal in the time. At 21, he's actually the youngest player to score in a team's first 2 group games at the Euros.
Yeah, we can see here the perfect position. He's picking up there between the lines, and then he get the ball. A great finish. You know, he take it so quick and good connection. So very, very close. He is the star man, star boy. He's going into it, no doubt about that.
Players that operate in those tight areas at the top level. We think about the De Bruyne's, all these players we think of as number 10s. They have such an awareness, and that first touch is always exactly where they want it to be. So it gives them an opportunity to get your shot away so quickly.
As far as I know, though, Thomas, just to remind you that if you do talk negatively about VAR, I don't think you can get fined for doing it. Doing it under these circumstances. Just to protect you on that. Havertz has stretched them, hasn't he? He plays really high, and that creates a bit of space for them.
Yeah, he's such an interesting player, Kai. So versatile.
Well, you know him. You had him, of course.
Brought him to Chelsea, and you know, was searching probably for the best role at that point, where he was a bit younger. But now he's kind of growing into this sort of false nine. But he has this ability, got really fluid movement, Kai. Like he likes to stretch the game, and because we've spoken a lot about the German team wanting to control centrally and get between lines, he's so important, that role that he does, where he's prepared to make that run. Yeah. So then not only can you play that pass, but you also start to stretch the Hungarian team back. So So it's some of that is selfless. Sometimes you won't see him get it, but he consistently makes that run. And then the other ability he has is in these areas, and he gets this one slightly wrong, he'll be frustrated with this. Because that's the sort of thing Kai is really good at as well. Technically very good. It kind of bounces into his wrong foot.
Is he turning from a false 9 to a 9?
I think so.
I think he is, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think in the teams that he's playing with, even with Arsenal, who also like to have players arriving into spaces in between, if you are the 9, you really have to pick your moments that you maybe can drop in, and then other people are running behind. But you must be the man that's consistently looking to push defenders back.
Yeah. Thomas, Szoboszlai has been much more involved in this game than we saw him in the first one, hasn't he? He has actually been a real threat at times.
Fantastic first half for him. Everything is more or less going through him. For me, it's his all-round game. Here he's intercepting the pass, then a safe pass, and then they can go forward and do the counter-attack. His dynamic runs in general, he's been fantastic, and this is the biggest chance, not the biggest chance, but maybe the first big chance to Hungary. It's a very, very big moment. Another thing I like here, it looks like Szoboszlai need to close down Kroos when he can, which, in my opinion, helps Hungary. This is a bad corner, by the way, okay, with his quality. But that said, the next cross here, for me, top quality, and he shows that. He got that quality, and it need to come from him. He's the star man. Great free kick here, good save.
What a chance!
Exactly. So everything so far is coming from him, and I think this is what we also knows about him. This great dynamic run forward, great touch. Yeah. It's not easy on the stretch to get it and get that finish in.
This was offside, clearly, wasn't it? The flick on.
Yeah.
There.
Clear.
Yeah.
I think he's such an important player for them. And when you defend a lot, those players, he's playing like as a side 10, 2-10s. They are your instant out when you want to get up the pitch. When they defend inside and cover those spaces. And because of his energy and driving runs, it's a great way, and he has the quality to get up the pitch.
They've been much better in this game. I mean, they had a shot on target after 15 seconds today. Scotland didn't have one in 90 minutes. I'm not having a dig at Scotland.
You are.
It's a fact.
No, I know.
It's a fact.
You didn't have to say it.
Own goals don't count shots on target either. And it was a header. But there you go. They'll be encouraged, though. Even though they're trailing, they're in it.
That's what they've shown both sides. We spoke about before the game started about the bravery to actually stay higher up the pitch. Like I said, they've been so compact in between the lines. They need to continue to do that in the second half and wait for those moments when you can exploit Germany at the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Before we get the latest from the England and Scotland camps, just time to remind you about what else is available on iPlayer.
Situation, wo Kai Havertz den Ball nicht so sauber abtropft zu Ilkay. Wenn den sauber abtropft zu Ilkay, ist der Ilkay wieder in einer guten Position, um am Tor zu schießen. Also er ist immer wieder gut unterwegs und findet die Lücken.
Und er hat es gerade auch ganz sachlich hier eingeordnet, dass er sagte, große Freude, aber es galt auch ein paar Schwierigkeiten zu überwinden. Was waren die Schwierigkeiten?
Die Schwierigkeiten waren ganz einfach, dass die Ungarn körperbetont gespielt haben. Sie haben gut umgeschaltet. Wir haben